Hello, sir. I'm playing Eri. Hello, that's just normal damage. Uh, s- smack. Smack. Hello, sir. What was up today? I uh, I haven't watched the interview yet, but based on what my friends have sent me, looks like we're getting a lot of bombs from this interview. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I'm just gonna say I told you so, and you know, uh, we will start in 12 minutes. Let me finish this EXP grind, and then we start. It's not a problem of like pulling people back in. It's people is not gonna play if there's no revenue. The game's not fun. If you want fun games, you go GMS. You either make this game fun or you make this game profitable. Currently, this game is not profitable and it's not fun. So it's you gotta have to pick. You can't be both. You gotta have to pick. You gotta have to prioritize one. Like if you could do both fun and profitable, like okay, then you're doing something amazing. But that's very hard to achieve. Yes, sir. Damage is good. Gotta farm that damage. You think 200 iron gonna be worth something? I don't know. You gotta have to wait for the numbers. I know Mercedes is gonna be worth something. I don't know about Aaron. Mercedes low 120 for sure. Gonna worth something. I mean, there's no reason to buy Aaron for Legion block. I might as well just get Fire Poison Mage. Like, why would I get Legion block using Aaron when I could get Fire Poison Mage for cheaper? You gotta get the rainbow one, the white one. You can just duplicate it. Yeah, I mean, just have like five Fire Poison Mage. If you want to fill up the Legion block, just get five Fire Poison Mage. Like, why mess with Aaron when you could just get five, five mages? It's cheaper, more efficient, and it's quicker. All right. Be right back. Let me get order, and then we could do the live stream, the reaction video. All right, let me figure this out. What's the best way to do this? 1 second, boys. Do you think you will recognize some familiar faces in the stream? Yeah, of course. Yes, we're gonna see them right now. My friends already. I mean, I got spoiled parts of it because my friends showed me it. But yes, we're gonna see the same faces I mentioned in stream a bunch of times, and then I'm gonna say I told you guys, and then you guys gonna figure out that I'm not bullshitting. All right, I'm just testing the sound, making sure that uh, this actually works. So give me 1 second. Yeah, but yes, we're gonna see the same faces I mentioned in stream a bunch of times, and then I'm gonna say I told you guys, and then you guys gonna figure out that I'm not bullshitting. All right, I'm just testing the sound, making sure that this actually works. So give me 1 second. But yes, we're gonna see the same faces I mentioned in stream a bunch of times, and then I'm gonna say I told you guys. All right. How's the sound? So I need to fix it because it's the first time trying to do desktop audio and my audio at the same time. I'm not sure what's like the best. I think this should be fine. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can make it better. Yeah. Let's just stick with this for now, and now we can start. All right. Let's get started, boys. Yeah. Let's just stick with this for now, and now we can start. All right. Let's get started, boys. All right. So guys, that trailer we seen a lot. So let's just try to break it down, right? So we see we see that they're trying to make, like, bring MapleStory IP to the real world, right? Like step in, like running MapleStory with your shoes and all that. Well, I'm calling this out. This is bullshit. Not happening. Uh, there's no signs of development work for this ever started. So they're just hyping you with, like, like in Web3, right? It's very common for you to bullshit your way out of things. So like a lot of times it's like people launch without products and just bullshit. Like this is one of those, right? The shoes thing, right? Let me try to find it. Right, like this shoes thing, right? Like this thing, like, yeah, that's bullshit. I'm calling it out because as far as I know, this isn't even in prototype yet. Like there's no development work on this, haven't even started. I mean, yes, yes, they could plan this, but you gotta keep in mind, right? It took them 4 fucking years to make MapleStory, and what MapleStory has already been done. Like, think about this, right? MapleStory is not a new game. They're just importing from um MapleStory Web 2, right? You guys understand? Like, do you guys know how long Black Desert Online was made? It was like very short. I think it was like, I don't remember, but I think Daru can tell you. Like Daru is a Black Desert Online player. Like Daru, the studio who behind Black Desert, they made that shit like in like 1 or 2 years. Um, and this shit took Maple and team 4 fucking years to do Maple Story. It has already been done. There's no changes to our game, by the way. Like this is literally just like copy and paste straight from, Web 2. The only thing that they changed is the raffle system. Took them 4 fucking years to do raffle system. You really think this huge thing is gonna come out in like like next year? No, get the fuck out of here. That's not possible. Maybe 4 years, maybe 3 years, right? That's just one thing, right? Listen, if there is proof that this is actually happening, I am more than willing to admit that I'm wrong and I'm bullshitting. But as far as I know, there is no development work on this yet. It's all like in my head, it's all in my brain. So and do I see it? Bullshit. All right, going next. Right. So this is the rental issue, right? They keep talking about renting your characters. So right now is, like they know that the top 100 players or hire Indonesians, Africans, and Chinese people to grind your account. Now the problem is, Africans get you banned like a 99% rate. Indonesians get you banned in like a 70% rate, and then Chinese people, they don't get you banned. It's like 0% ban rate unless a fucking Chinese guy outsource your character to Africa. Then it's like 99% ban rate. So they're trying to tackle this issue with the rental character. This is in development, so we are expected to see this. However, MapleStory and they are lazy as fuck. So what's happening with this is that instead of them building the rental system themselves, they are letting like random ass people off the internet build this for them. It's called the building program. I'm pretty sure you guys know about this. Let me look it up, right? So it's MSU .io, right? Slash builder, right? You guys can put an application to it. So it's like, contact this address. You can submit an application and you will get like access to like developer tools and shit like that. And they want you to build it. They want you to fucking build this, right? So like, as far as I know, all the sources that I have known, right, they're not the one who's building this, right? They're making like people like MSU that tool. They're making like people like MSU tool team people build this. They're making like, these developers make it, like, people like these people, like not actually an next base team, not actually MapleStory end team, like these random ass Joes. Like these people can't even fucking do math, right? Like this guy can do math, this guy can do math. You think these fuckers can like can do a rental system? Like it's very complex, right? Maybe they can, right? Maybe they can, and I'm fucking wrong. I'm retarded. But listen, dude. Like I am welcome to be proven wrong. But until then, I'm just gonna stand by my opinions. Again, this is disclaimer. This is entertainment purposes. I have no evidence. This is all my personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes. It's all jokes. I'm not serious. All right, yeah, let's continue. Yeah. So basically, is for the rentals history that they have two plans. Right. Plan A is they want these developers to finish making it and launch it early next year, so 2026. Their plan B is if these developers fail, then they're gonna get off their asses and actually build it themselves, right? But however, I don't think rental system is gonna work, like actually come out, um, because of one reason. Um, if the rental system comes out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna borrow high level characters and I'm gonna hack on it. I'm gonna fucking use Lotus hack, Damien hack, and I'm just gonna keep hacking. Why? Because it's rented. Why the fuck am I not gonna hack on it? Like this is like easy, right? I'm not gonna hack on my own character because my own character is gonna get banned. I don't give a fuck if the rented character get banned. It's not my problem, right? It's rented. So I'm gonna like hack on it. So unless they figure out a way to prevent this happening, I think the rental system is gonna fail, right? There is a way to like prevent this, like by putting like $1,000 security deposits or at least like $500 security deposits. That would like stop people from doing it. But I don't know if they have the balls to like launch a 500 NXPC deposit because they in past interviews about the rental system, they have always said they want to give power to the poor, like the third world country. So their target audience for the rental system is not for whales, because the whales they're already hiring gold farming studios to train the character. So this is not for whales. Like all my whale friends, we hire either Chinese, Indonesians, or Africans. It's not a problem for us. Like this is actually they're trying to like cater to the gold farming crowd, like the third world people. So they have always said it. This is their goal is to like connect whales and like poor people. Like I mean, they didn't say poor people. They say people with a lot of time. But they're just being nice. Yeah, they want to say poor people. Um, so you can't expect people from Indonesia to put in $500 as a security deposit. They don't have that much money. Like even Brazil, right, who's like more well off than Indonesia, you're not gonna find a Brazilian who's willing to put down 500 fucking dollars as like a deposit just to borrow a character. You know, right? That's like fucking impossible. Like we have like Brazilians in chat, we have Indonesians in chat. Like will you guys fucking put down $500 of your own money just to unlock the rental system? No, you won't. That's crazy. Right. So what happens is, max they can do is like maybe do a $20 NXPC deposit, like KYC level like the KYC level one thing. I'm credit system level one. Like you deposit 10 NXPC. But that's $10. Like fuck. Like if I could hack on uh on a high level character, like I'll pay $10. You guys do understand, right? Well, $10, I will make $100 from hacking. Lotus and Damien, and like especially they are coming out with hard Lotus and hard Damien at the end of the month. So like if this shit comes out and then fifth job is coming, right? So like what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna borrow other people's accounts like that's like built, that's ready, and just hack all the end game bosses and make like $100. Like yeah, I'll get banned, yes, but but you guys know like this fucking MapleStory end is like slow as shit. So like the strategy, the meta for like in the future it is you borrow high level characters and hack. That's the next meta, right? And there's nothing they could do about it, especially if they are making third party people build this, because the third party people is not going to think about the wealth of the game. Like people like MSU tools and Maple NGG, they don't give a fuck if their math is correct. Like these people does not give a fuck if the tools is correct or if they're if this is accurate. They don't care. All they want is traffic and KPI, because when they get KPI, they get paid NXPC. Like I told you guys, right? Is every patch now we're gonna have a 10%, 5% decrease in the total NISO giving out, because these people are actually sign a contract with MapleStory N or next base, like to get a cut of the revenue, or not revenue, to get a cut of the emission of NISOs. So and how much NISOs they get is based on traffic KPI, right? So like like this guy is he's for him is like how many reports you run on character generating. That's very important for him. That's his KPI. He submits this KPI to to MapleStory N. I will show you like example of what the builder looks like. I have sources, I have developers. Brother, you gotta check out my old stream. No, you could rent the entire character. Rent the entire character. I literally prove on stream there was over 200 hacking Lotus people. Like if you believe there's no hackers, great. Just be happy. But I have literally proof that there was over 200 parties of Lotus hackers currently running like out free. Whether you believe that or not is up to you. But I have give my evidence, and if you don't believe it, it's so be it. I'm not gonna convince you. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you my thoughts. Like this is my opinion. Um, no, it's just obvious. Yes, yes, they will make another credit system, but like I said, how much can they put it in, right? I already explained. They're not gonna put in $500. $500 is the only number to prevent me from hacking. But you're not. But no. But the thing is, the target audience of this rental system is not whales. It's fucking poor people. Poor people don't have $500. Hold on. I'm getting the screenshot of the email. One sec, boys. Give me 1 second. All right. Yes. So, all right. I'm putting back the screen. Sorry for the wait. I just didn't want just wanted to make sure that I don't leak people's information. All right. Thanks for the wait, boys. So this is what happens. If you join the developers, right? This is what you're gonna get. You join this, right? You get API requests. You can ask questions, but this is the form, and enter your stuff, right? And then and that's how you join. That's how you become, Maple MSU.gg, sorry, MapleN.gg or MSU2. This is the process. Yeah. Hopefully that shine a light. I'm not making this shit up. This is actually the process. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go back to the video, right? Right. Yeah. If it's like something obvious like 2K stat, yes, these will get banned and no raffle is gonna come in. But you know what's not obvious? What's not obvious is 18K stat solos, Corsair solos, Lotus and Damien. This is possible, right? But what hackers realize is the people in charge of banning hackers don't play the game. They think that 18K stat is all you need. So right now there's a movement between hackers is to buy inflated stat numbers, like no attack, nothing, just no attack, just pure stat. So they just buy 4 characters or 5 characters of 4K stat, party out 5 people, then it's 4K stat 5 people, and then you kill Lotus and Damien like for 5x 4K stat. Anybody who played this game knows that 5x 4K stat couldn't even do CRA, and these people are doing Lotus and Damien with no issues. They're not getting banned. The shit is literally coming in through the market. All right, we're moving back, going back on the video. This is only we haven't even started yet, and I'm shitting on them. So this is the invest your builder. So this is the Maple investment thing, right? So if you have KPIs on your website, you have KPIs on your app, Maple Story, and they will pay you, NXPC. And this NXPC is coming from the game, from our game, because currently all of the monthly NXPC rewards is going straight to MapleStory. But with this recent patch, they have removed about 10%, 5-10% give or take. I don't know the exact number, just giving an estimate. And they're starting to pay out to these developers, right? The Koreans knew about this way earlier than people. That's why they start making websites. The Chinese are now starting to join. The Chinese I know they are now applying for applications, going for approval, so they want to be developers too. Because Chinese think that fuck MapleStory the game. You're not gonna make money off the game. You will make more money making a website and farming KPI. That's the meta for the Chinese right now. The Chinese is following the Koreans, and the Koreans knew about this way before everybody else. And you guys can see throughout the video, certain people is gonna show up, and my favorite people. And let's not spoil this and continue watching. Yeah, so this is the rental system. Somebody else, borrow it from me. If it were me, I fucking hack on that shit. Your character is not in good hands, kid. I hack on that shit. Get fucked, nigga. Right? That's the CEO. That's why he's not touchable. By the way, he's immunity. He has diplomatic immunity. Not happening. That's our favorite guy. He is the god and the emperor. Uh, nah. I said not good. It's Chinese.
Hey everyone, I'm Keith. First of all, welcome to everyone joining us today.
So I think of the only manage. I think of the management in the Maple Story End. I think this is like the best guy. If anybody's gonna save us, it will be him. This guy is our savior. This is our only chance. This is also the only guy who plays the game in the team. So whether this our Maple Story End is gonna survive or not, rise entirely on his shoulders. So I hope he stays healthy. I hope he stays well. Because if he doesn't, we're fucked. This is the only guy keeping the CEO in check because this guy is also a super second generation. He's also untouchable. So when you have two people who's untouchable, shit happens. That's when the chemistry happens. Because previously, the other guy is like nobody keeps him in check because he's like he was the only untouchable. But now we have a second brother, the warrior, the light. This guy can keep him in check if he wanted to, right? If he wanted to, I don't know what their relationship is. That's private. I don't have that information. But if he wanted to, he can, right? But based on his interviews and his knowledge of the game, I do know like this guy is very very passionate about Maple Story. He likes Maple Story. He plays Maple Story, and he knows about Maple Story. Well, whether he wants his boss to play or not, that could be like PR talk, right? I cannot confirm or deny that, right? But what I do know is I know for a fact he knows about the game and he's very passionate about the game and he plays the game. You could tell whether somebody plays the game or not just by like the way they answer in-game questions. This guy does not play the game. Like this guy, he does not play the game ever. Right? This guy's been like managing Maple Story for like I don't know 20 fucking years. I don't think he plays the game. Maybe he logged in to create a character and that's it, right? I don't think he ever like get to like fifth, sixth job by himself. That's what I mean. Like this guy like will not does not get to sixth job by himself.
Keith, first of all, welcome to everyone joining us today. We're about to dive into a chat about meta play, and to make it even better, we have invited a special guest who's been super curious about it lately. So say hi to Parker.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me, Keith. I lead gaming here at Avalanche, and I want to really dive right into metaplay and hear all about it. I guess really to start things off, do you want to just define what it is?
Right. Metaplay is about expanding how users and players engage with an IP beyond a traditional and conventional gameplay experience. It's the layer of interaction that grows around and beyond core experience through tools, services, and participations that influence the in-game economy, identity, and progression without always having to be on the full client on your PC. Metaplay is how a game begins to evolve into a broader ecosystem.
I'd love to understand how this concept enables like MapleStory Inn. How does MapleStory Inn play into MetaPlay? Obviously, this is kind of your first approach into the Web3 economy with MapleStory Inn, and I would imagine there's a strategic angle there, right, with that being the first deployment.
Right. So in MapleStory universe, MapleStory N is the foundation, and like assets like NFTs, tokens, and the data structures that MetaPlay connects to. Without a strong core game, like meaningful MetaPlay layer and experience cannot exist. So MapleStory N supplies the content, the context, and the economic anchors that allows players to engage with the IP in more flexible and creative ways.
I think that makes a lot of sense. What do you think would imagine this broadens the horizon, but with your role on the strategy side, what's the angle and where do you see this going?
MetaPlay unlocks accessibility, creativity, and it kind of opens up the door to welcome new types of users. Players who may not commit to full MMORPG sessions, doesn't have time to grind, I don't want to spend so much time learning the boss patterns, they can still interact with the ecosystem through services like item enhancement, trading, rental services, mission systems, or even UGC applications.
Just like I don't want to flame this guy, but like what he's saying is like it's completely so far off in the future that that's like I think personally this is like beyond the 2 year lifetime of the MapleStory N. The reason is because these guys has been talking about NFT fusion and fission. It's been 2 months, over 2 months. We still haven't got news on that. Right now they're trying to sell you all these offline mobile applications and things like that. That's partly built by like third party people. Like whether it works on that, I don't know. They have to go do extensive testing uh, to see if somebody purposely left a bug or a backdoor to abuse the system and get like max enhancement, right? That's just like a different story. But just saying, right? We still haven't even got the NFT fission and fusion system that's in the white paper, and we're talking about this right now, right? Just saying, and yeah, just keep your expectations, in your head, and just understand, there's a big difference between actually having this, in the testing phase, or actually having somebody making this right now and like trying to test this, or comparing to like you're just drawing this out on a board on a piece of paper and you haven't even got developers started yet, right? Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
It also enables builders and also creators to participate in expansion of the universe themselves. And over time, this, we believe, will create new communities, new forms of engagements, and even new business models, like all extending and contributing towards expanding the lifespan of the IP and the reach of the IP to more players, users, and consumers.
Got it. Me, who's more of a casual gamer, just wants to participate somehow, some way. What's kind of that lightest form of interaction for a casual gamer?
We have seen mobile games grow like crazy, but I think we have to learn from like how mobile game is expanding. One of the biggest reason why mobile games played a significant role in kind of, to a degree, replacing a PC or console-based game is the accessibilities. And you can be loosely coupled, enjoy the same content in a little bit more casual. And I think MetaPlay is going to create, like, I would say, mobile game version 2 or Mark 2 in a way.
Is there anything on the horizon that we should be looking out for? I think everybody watching this would be excited to kind of hear what the release schedule looks like.
Right. I think what I've just described is pretty big, right? And it won't be like, an overnight thing. So we'll be releasing these applications one by one. And the first to go off would be Smithy. Smithy will be officially live on the 29th of July, which is tomorrow. as our first MetaPlay application. And this can be a prototype that introduces enhanced API functionalities
Hmm.
and provides a foundation for what we're building. No game client is required. This is MetaPlay in action, letting players interact with their core economy.
Smithy is it's just you enhancing without logging on. Like so, if you want to enhance a weapon in the marketplace, but then you didn't want to transfer it to a character and trigger the 15-day lock, you could then enhance it while inside, like offline, in the marketplace. So, but you're still gonna cost you the same price. So like if you're gonna have to enhance, like if you have a Kaiserium, you don't want to transfer your character to enhance, trigger 15-day lock, but you want to try enhancing it, then try to sell it again, then you could do it offline, like just like that. Like that's what Sniffy is. It's good for like people, they want to like merge and then like buy and sell and then want to improve the gear further. Like for example, right? Um, the use case for this is there's a bunch of double legendary Barlock shoes in in the marketplace, right? But they have shitty stats, so they sell for 1 million. What you can do is you can buy up Barlock shoes and then enhance it, in the marketplace. Then if you get a stat, let's say you're a thief and you need luck, but then you get like 21% strength, you could then instantly sell it, right? You don't have to wait 15 days. Like that's the problem right now with a lot of like these neophyte gear boss accessories, is that if you get like a 30% stat, that's not your class, you're kind of fucked. You're gonna have to like wait 15 days, and it's very inconvenient. So what happens is like the next meta is, you just enhance without transferring to your character in game. So it is a bit convenient for merchants, but like for most other players, it's like neutral.
Anytime and anywhere they want to. And Smithy is basically an item enhancement Lego that is liberated from the MapleStory and PC client. And you can
Okay.
be on the go, purchase an item from MapleStory Marketplace, enhance the item with Smithy, and even list it back on Marketplace.
Yeah, see exactly what I said. Trust me, guys, I did not fucking watch this ahead of time. I swear to God, voila, I did not watch this ahead of time. I just know it from previous interviews. Voila, I said voila.
All these things without needing to be on PC.
Got it. That's super exciting for me, as we kind of talked about earlier, being more on the casual side. That's an area that I will definitely jump into and explore upon that release date. So excited to be looking out for that. So you mentioned a few key features that you were rolling out. You mentioned it being somewhat of a Lego piece on the item enhancement side of the economy. Do you feel like that's why did you choose that as the first kind of integration of Smithy and MetaPlay? I'd be curious to hear how you feel like growing that is going to look. And yeah, I would just be more interested on the strategy side of that being kind of the initial deployment.
Right. We chose Smithy item enhancement feature
Hmm.
as the first one to showcase our infinite IP playground vision because it really captures the core emotional experience of MapleStory, the tension, the thrill, and the reward of becoming stronger. And I think anyone who plays MapleStory will relate to this, but enhancement is deeply familiar to our players as well. It's a shared memory across generations of the MapleStory community, I'll say. And we also started with something that's uniquely MapleStory and structured enough to become a foundational.
Also, just one more thing about this is like if they don't introduce certain locks to new characters using Smithy, this game is gonna be fucked. I'm talking like really fucked. The reason why I say that is currently there is a restriction on new accounts. Um, a restriction on new accounts that even if you KYC or credit system, it's gonna take you like 3 days to like transfer your Nisos or like transfer out, like wrap it. But there's no restriction between buying and selling your stuff. So what? So like a lot of bots can still be stopped and captured. So if they forget to like add this for this Smithy function, what you could do is you could launder bot money and just upgrade, and then the account is fucked because you're gonna get caught because you just bought it, and then you just keep transferring equipment over and over it again. Um, and then you launder your Nisos that way, and then you could just sell the equipment, from there.
API layers that our builders can utilize. It's about expanding how,
No, I'm not Uyghur.
where, and by whom those features can be experienced and reinvented. That's the real beginning of Infinite IP Playground, driven by the builders.
Awesome. I think that's what the ethos of I think blockchain enables, and the fact that it's kind of coming to life now and in our lifetime is really cool to see. I mean, I guess what kinds of services or features are you exploring? What's coming next?
So the goal is to create more entry points where NFTs, game assets, they expand their utility while opening creative opportunities for the builders and players alike. As for what comes next in MetaPlay, I think I'm restating this, but our priority is to create a full play cycle. And yes, I mean the full play cycle, including creation of characters, leveling up, acquisition of assets, boss play, trade, item enhancement, and more outside of MapleStory clients.
That's awesome. How do you imagine these builders, or even myself on the casual gamer side, contributing to what MetaPlay evolves into, and how you see? Yeah, well, it's a crazy vision, but where do you see that evolving to from a community first perspective?
Right. When we have our first full cycle of MapleStory N experience outside of MapleStory N, especially outside of PC environment, the community is going to engage the game and the IP in a totally different manners. I think by making this whole experience lighter and more casual, their engagement might be even higher, although it's more casual. I think this is going to be a whole new experience for the gamers. I don't think there's a genre to even define this thing right.
The coolest part being both a partner to you guys at Next Space, but also being a player in MapleStory N, and obviously the future iterations to come.
And what we are building here is not something that's for a short term, I would say. The Infinite IP Playground and the MetaPlay, it represents a long-term commitment to growing MapleStory universe into a scalable and decentralized player-driven ecosystem. Now, I feel like we are creating a new genre of game, really. And we believe in the future where players and creators, they work alongside to expand the IP beyond what traditional games allow you. And I think this is just the very beginning of it. All right, time really flew while talking with Parker about MetaPlay. Thank you, Parker. We hope you're
Wait, did they just cut out a bunch of the video? Yo, what did he say that they had to cut it out? Yo, come on, give us the original footage, brother. Brother, what did you say that you had to cut it out? Man, that's so lame. We didn't get to see the uncut version. I'm actually interested in the uncut version now.
as excited as we are to dive deep into the Infinite IP Playground and everything MetaPlay has to offer. And the showcase isn't over yet, so please stay tuned until the end.
The quiz is almost over.
Yeah, so you guys know this art style. That was from the marketing department, right? If you guys want to see the marketing um YouTube channel, the link is in the Discord. You can check out what kind of videos they're making. And like I said, right, if you want to see whether we're gonna get real players back or not, it depends on whether they're advertising, right? If you don't advertise a game, nobody's gonna know, right? Like even a game like Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, right? World of Warcraft, they spend money on advertising every single year, every single month, right? And that's how these games maintain dominance. Even RuneScape, they're spending money as we speak on advertisement right now, right? But that's not true for MapleStory. MapleStory haven't spent money on advertisement for over a month, and still haven't spent money on over a month, right? You can't just say, "Oh, the player's gonna come back because of fifth job." No, that's bullshit. That's not true. You need advertising. How the fuck do I know you have fifth job if there's no advertisement, right? Like not everybody follows, certain certain content creators who only plays MapleStory. If you quit MapleStory, you're not gonna follow me, right? Because I only cover MapleStory, right? Um, And if there's no advertisement, then people like Cooper San is not gonna cover it, right? Cooper San covers Web2 MapleStory. You're gonna have to run advertisement campaigns so Cooper San finds out about it. Same for other people. Yes, yes. I mean, in the when you're a kid, MapleStory run ads on TV because that was the meta, right? Right now you gotta run ads on like YouTube, Twitch, things like that, or even on X. All right, we continue.
Next question. To play in the infinite IP playground,
Are we
you
gonna
need to launch the game.
we're gonna skip this.
Launch the game. IP playground.
Grounds can be one
For real.
in
We can
five minute IP. Who
simply
is a name?
set. Oh, I'm the real me. Take my name, Thank you, sugar. Yes, the real meter always wins. Your quiz. Who's actually?
We are the
All right, boys, we're getting
Hello
it.
everyone and welcome.
Let's
We
go,
are
boys.
the
Korean.
Maple and GG team, your
Korean,
archetype
baby.
companion for MapleStory N. Maple and GG is an ecosystem where the game's IP, such as its character
If you want to see the advertisement video, which is from a couple from like a couple seconds ago, that the YouTube channel link is in Discord, so you can find out. I linked it on Discord. If you want to find this video that I'm reacting to, it's on the official MapleStory and Twitter account. I mean X account.
items, entire world comes to life. You can first explore vast databases like items and bosses to know every detail, and second,
And by the way, guys, what I say about Maple NGG getting a cut? When did I say that? I've been saying Maple NGG getting a cut for how many for weeks now, right? I've been saying that for weeks now. You guys probably think I'm fucking high, like I'm on crack. But guess what? Guess who's on this official video, boys? Who's on this fucking official videos telling that builder is gonna get paid? Who is it, boys? Maple NGG. Yeah, yeah, bro. What do you think now? Listen, if he wants to hide his face, that's his choice, right? I don't really care. But I'm just saying, I said it. I called it, right? I called it. Maple NGG is getting paid this month. What I say, boys? What I say? Like this is evidence.
track the NFT market history to become an efficient trader, and third, optimize your collection's value
I mean, we know what Maple NGG do, so
with
let's skip.
powerful tools. With the design every token of in-game both accounts game client and important game. Enjoying Maple and G.
And by the Maple NGG still gets the math wrong. When we calculate the cube cost, that was wrong. So just letting you know, right? Maple NGG is more accurate than MSU tools, but it's still not correct. But yeah.
G. We build experience together.
Let's talk with.
Thank you.
Who is this next guy?
Hi, I'm Derek, and I'm working on Pet Story with a few friends from Malaysia.
Yes, the collection one is pretty good. There's some bugs in it, but it's pretty good for the most part. But I mean, they're just like throwing darts at the board and see which one sticks, right? Because what their goal is to get KPI, to get paid, and then MapleStory N also wants to get KPI, so that they can pay less, right? Because if the KPI is 99% traffic to MapleStory N, the game, and then 1% to Maple NGG, then they only need to pay 1% to Maple NGG. That's why recently, there's an uptake in bots in our game, right? Let me log out. Let me show you like how many fucking bots we have in the server, right? So I'm logging out. Like this is why we have bots. Like this is literally the reason, right? You see this? Oh wait, where's all the bots? I guess I just had less bots. I guess. You see this? Era, you have a bunch of people like Sears Full, and then you see this. There was even more before. But right now it's not as bad, but it's still a lot of bots.
We're all working adults who grew up with MapleStory, so when we first saw the Builders program, we were very excited to finally build something for a game we love. While playing MapleStory N, we noticed something. Each character can only equip 3 pets. So what happens to all the others? That question actually inspired us to create Pet Story, a way to give pets a second life. Pet Story gives a new purpose to underused pets and NFTs. Pets in Pet Story have their own stats and skills. They can be trained or participate in both PvE and the PvP content. NFTs can be used in Pet Story to boost pet stats or even be used to build structures that provide extra benefits. Everything stays tradable through the existing marketplace, supporting the MSU economy.
So I based on I didn't so I don't know anything about Pet Story. So based on what this guy is saying, it looks like he wants to build a game based on our current NFTs. You know, if he's successful, I think that's pretty exciting. I think we check it out. You know, give the man a support. You know, at least he's making new content for us, right? So you know, we will try to support that if we can. So you know, when it launch, I will definitely check it out and see what it's about. Let's continue the video.
It would also help to expand the utility of the MSU pet NFTs. We're focusing on three things: cross-platform access, so fans can interact with pets anytime, anywhere; pet-based PvP, with arenas, tournaments, or even massive pet wars that could involve thousands of pets in one session; and finally, player-driven content, letting the community vote on future updates and events. We are still early in development, but we hope Pet Story lets you experience MapleStory.
Hey, if he increased my pets, you know, God bless him. You guys know how many fucking pets I have. So you know, if he hey, listen, if he increase it, you know, great. You know, I'll be happy. I think everybody here in the chat should have 3 pets, right? You know, I think it will make everybody here happy. No, I think Red Florence is fucked. I think it's a L it's a L investment decision on my part. I don't think that's savable.
In a whole new way. Your support means a lot. Whether you're a casual fan or a competitive player, we'd love to have you on this journey.
Hello, guys.
Hey guys, look at this, our favorite guy. It's Limelight. What I say? What I say? Limelight gets like the connection, gets inside information. What I say? What I fucking say?
I'm Coding, founder of Limelight Gaming. Currently, we are running the #1 guild Lime on the Ein server. We are building on MapleStory universe now. We are developing an M2E app with the concept of taking a walk with your lovely pets. It's very casual, so anyone with just a pawn can participate. You can collect and upgrade pets and equipment to earn more points, and you can show off your favorite pets and gears to your friends. Just keep working. We've designed various ways to use your own NFTs or FTs. For example, you can enhance your character's stats or use specific NFTs as dungeon entry passes to obtain decorative items. This allows for diverse in-game utility. Now, you can experience the fun of MapleStory without even logging into the game, just by working around. We are working hard to make our app easy and enjoyable for everyone, so please enjoy our app with your family, friends, and precious guild members. Thank you.
Alright, I mean, Insanity has a good question. Right? What #1 based on what? Let's check it out. I have an account in Eins. We should be able to check that. I don't. I'm not sure if they are #1. I don't know. So, but let's check it out. Right? Let's fact check. Now we can fact check that. Right? Let's fact check that. We fact check this easy. How do I get access to the ranking system? Fuck, I don't think I think yeah, I can't see the ranking system without being in the guild. Alright, never mind, boys. We can't fact check. My level's too low for this. Yeah, my level too low. All right, never mind, boys. Oh, Perion. All right, I'll go Perion. All right, who do I talk to? Who do I talk to in Perion? Brother, you can't just call me a noob and not tell me who do I talk to. Oh, the honorable rock. Where the fuck is it? Mid, right? Okay. Brother, I can't help it. My ancient is ass. I'm poor, man. You guys gotta like support the channel. Oh yeah. Oh, they're number one on the poorness. No, I'm not in guild. My level's too low. Yeah. I guess they're number one on the poor factor. I can't. I'm not level 100. Yeah. I guess they're number one on the honor exp. Taiwan number one. To get 600k, you have to party up. They've been partying up. The It's the officers in line. They solo, right? But they have a lot of like weaker players, like like actual legitimate players. Like they party up, right? That's enough to send them points. I mean, what's the comparison between? Yeah, so I mean, to put this in perspective, right? 1000x gem is the strongest guild in Eri, and they only have 400k. Lime has over 600k, which is like as much as Asia, and Asia is not that strong. Like Asia is our alliance. They are good people, but like I'm not gonna like say they are very strong. I mean, they're stronger than us, right? For sure, stronger than my guild, way stronger than my guild. But they're not like super strong, right? That's why they have 600k, and Lime has 600k. Like just put that in perspective. Like Asia, Universe, Booba Story, they both like not like super strong, right? Um, that's why like people like the actual strongest guild is very low in honor because every most of their members solo everything. That's why they're low on the honor. So yeah. And the only reason why like the Koreans is able to like solo bosses is because the day one special. The day one special. Alright, we continue.
Hi, I'm Mia, head of business from maplestory Universe. I look after partnerships, marketing, and most importantly, our builder ecosystem.
Oh wait, they replaced Dominique for her. This used to be Dominique's job. I don't know if you guys are here long enough, but Dominic used to be head of business and marketing and partnership and all that. That used to be Dominic's job. The poor butler got replaced.
Today, I'd like to share where the MSU Builder program is now and where it's headed. It's just a real project with creative features built by our builders. Since MapleStory and went live, new services have appeared at an amazing pace. It's born from bold ideas and gameplay experience from builders. Just weeks after we opened
What do you mean? That's no. I made that guild.
Builder Web and the Open API, more than 50 independent teams jumped in and started building. These builders do much more than adding new functions. The new services connect blockchain technology, NXPC, and NFT utilities together and make it fun. And the in-game value and the enjoyment flow over.
The Arcane Giving Eyes has nothing to do with me. I'm not related to that. Hey, no, it's not like it's a very common name, right? So like, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody else makes it, because like it's not, this name is not original anyway. So I think that's like a, just a coincidence.
From inside to outside the game. Some of Builder's work is already live. MapleM.gg and MSUtool.com are game intelligence services that provide data-driven meta-analysis, real-time tips, growth tracking, and decision support for players. Players can rely on these intelligence services real-time.
Wait, you're saying they stole our logo? That's fucking hilarious. So somebody in Ainz stole our guild logo, made the same guild with the same logo. That's fucking dedication, bro. Holy shit, that's dedication. They literally stole our logo, uh, and they say they're a different guild. That's hilarious, dude. Who is the leader? That's a fucking dedication, man. That's like a hate watcher. I think that's a hate watcher. Hey, but listen, dude. I appreciate the hate watch. That's more views for me, more KPI.
Guild tools are showing up too. They track activity, boost team spirit, and unlock perks for guilds everywhere. Add smart item suggestions and one-click buying, and these tools become a bridge between the game and the players. More ideas are already in development. Imagine staking pools that fund smithing upgrades and enhancement loans. Stakers earn yield, players grow faster without large initial cost. What if there's a boss rate prediction market? Players can trade forecasts on loot drops, helping guilds plan better ways, while experienced players convert expertise into returns. How about a walk in the park in real life can get you new paths or cosmetics? Move to earn in MapleStory universe might actually make you fit. Each service carries MapleStory and beyond the game client, giving players and holders fresh way to engage. As NXPC, NFTs, and Nezo flow through these channels, our universe evolves into a more dynamic and player-driven ecosystem. To support the growth, we're building 3 core pillars. First, Builder Center. All-in-one hardware API keys and on-and-off team modules and community chat platforms set to launch later this year. Second, Chainlink CCIP integration. Linking Harness L1 with other change, opening.
Boss rate prediction is literally nothing. Just do your own math. I don't think it matters. Whether you get it or not is 50-50. You either get it or you don't. I don't think it's gonna like. I don't think it's gonna matter at the end of the day for the prediction app. The staking one may be interesting. Um, brother, this is MapleStory N. None of these guys can get fired. Whatever money they can save, it's money that they can spend later on.
An infinite epic playground where assets move freely and giving builders gain wider reach and freedom. Third, adopting permissionless chain into MapleStory universe. We are planning toward adopting a permissionless chain where anyone can deploy a smart contract and launch.
Brother, if you're predicting a party can clear balls on that, that's like easy manipulation, right? Whatever the rate is, I could get my friend to bet against me and I just failed it, right? Easy. It's not gonna happen. Like I think it's just predicting your drops.
services. This open structure will speed up onboarding, widen the circle of contributors, and allow fast scaling the utilities of NFPC, NFTs, and NESO. To keep incentives aligned, we're also designing an ecosystem fund. The fund will seed the projects for builders in MetaPlay, Launchpad, SocialFi, AI tools, and so much more. All the details will drop soon on our official channels. At the same time, we're prototyping our own.
I mean, you guys see the difference, right? You guys notice like the difference between these employees and Keith, right? Um, you guys see the difference, right? There's a big difference between the rest of the members in the team and Keith. Right. Just pointing that out.
Own first-party MetaPlay experiences and exploring ways to co-create them with the community. We'll share blueprints soon. Builders are keystone in MapleStory Universe march toward an infinite IP playground. Our pledge is simple: onboard you smoothly, make you fully, and grow with you continuously. We can't wait to welcome more builders onto this adventure, and let's craft the universe together. Thank you.
By the way, guys, just letting you know, like MapleStory N, they literally sign a commercial office space in Abu Dhabi, I think. I think it's Abu Dhabi, and it's a very nice glass building. And none of these guys are in the office. Just saying, like this is video is not taking from the office. They're literally at their fucking home.
Hi, Keith again. Are you enjoying the showcase so far? To wrap things up, let's take a look at the MapleStory Universe roadmap through the end of 2025 and talk about where we're headed now.
All right, let's go, boys. This is it. So we're currently over here in September. So it looks like they're doing um they're doing the builders. The builders is basically a Maple N and MSU tools like these people. But that's kind of sucks though. Like they're really gonna waste 3 months, like September, October, and November, on like these fucking third party people when you could be updating the game. You know, I'm sad about that, but you know that's their decision.
Next, let's rewind to May.
Oh, you can't see it? Okay, never mind. Okay. Let me get rid of my game. Let me get rid of my game. Sorry, bro. Uh, uh,
With the end of 2025 and talk about where we're headed next. Let's rewind.
well, yeah. Keith cares about this game. Keith cares about this project. The rest doesn't. They don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. Keith is our only savior. Whether this game like goes into a dumpster fire or not, it's all Keith. Like, if this game does good, it's Keith. If this game does bad, you know he just broke his back trying to carry this. You know, there's too many people riding on his back. It's too heavy. You know, he broke his back. You know, like if this game fails, I'm not gonna fault Keith. Like I'm like a Keith fanboy. You know, I ego over that shit. I'm like a little e-girl.
To May. May was a huge month for MapleStory Universe. We made our public
We should skip this because you know it's already over.
debut simultaneously Universe and lecture bringing bosses to our final. As starting in August, we'll initiate actions to expand the ecosystem.
But brother, if you're 203, then you gotta go to having a black having entrance. If you can't one shot black having entrance monsters, start your character at level 200 and then restart from level 180 to kill pigs.
As Mia mentioned earlier, we'll kick things off by announcing our ecosystem support program to help onboard more builders in a stable and scalable way. We'll also be updating our API so builders can freely integrate MapleStory's core fun experience into their own application. Between September and November, We'll also hope to see synergy apps from Builder community to go live. And in December, we'll release another major API update, this time with more advanced and diversified features for the builders. Alongside this, we'll be launching a new Builder Center packed with all the functionalities Mia introduced earlier. With these foundations in place, we hope to see even more builders to join us in 2026 and beyond. And oh, one more thing. You didn't think we'd forget, right? That's right, the MapleStory and Winter update. Here's a little teaser. 5th job advancement. Yes, that's right. The long-awaited 5th job is finally
All right, so fifth job is gonna be in like December or January. I was always predicting, October, September, I think, in my old streams. Uh, hey, it was a prediction, right? So I was wrong. So like I said, right? Sometimes when I predict things, doesn't mean that's correct. But what I'm super sad about is um I truly think fifth job is supposed to come out at October if they didn't fuck around with the builder API thing, right? If they didn't fuck around with builder API, they definitely have time. But right now it's just like they're focusing on the builders. Um, that the fifth job just got pushed back. And typo, by the way.
coming,
This is this is MapleStory N.
along with a range of other exciting features. We hope you're looking forward to it. That's the
But brother, if they can't quality check the game, you think they could quality check the deck?
MapleStory Universe roadmap for
Builders is MapleStory N, sorry, MapleN.gg, MSU tools. Those websites that you guys are using, those are builders. The people who build these websites gets a cut of your revenue. So every patch now going forward, you're gonna get less NISOs because they gotta pay these developers for these websites. How much they pay the websites depends on KPI.
the rest of 2025. Do you have a clearer picture of where we're headed now? Through this showcase, I hope you've seen how MapleStory Universe is evolving beyond a single
I mean, this is marketing material, so if anything, you could hate on the marketing lady, not Keith. Like Keith is just like giving them a pre-recording, right? He doesn't have control to the fucking slides, right? Let's not hate the man, right? They hate the system.
game into a full-fledged ecosystem. I hope our vision for the Infinite IP playground and the effort our team is pouring into it will revolutionize the gaming experience and serve as a ground for massive expansion. Every member of our project is working day and night to make this vision come true. Thank you so much for joining MapleStory Universe online showcase. And oh, if you stay until the very end, who knows? There might be some alpha waiting for you.
Sorry, it's like fucking loud. One sec. Wait, is that it? The fuck? Did we get trolled? What the fuck? There's nothing. We got trolled. Holy shit, boy, we got trolled. There's nothing. What the fuck, dude? It's a Medium article. Now, I'm not reading this shit. Medium article is just buzzwords. Yeah, we got fucking trolled. There was nothing. 1 second, boys. All right. So basically, what happens is after MapleStory and team leaves, you get this type of reform. 1 second, boys. All right. So I gotta give you guys the finisher. So I'm gonna show you a video. This is Maple Sea. All right. This is fucking Maple Sea. All right. I flame Maple Sea. You guys know, right? If you're here for like a long time, you guys know what I feel about Maple Sea. I flame the shit out of Maple Sea. Like I don't think Maple Sea is like an actual game, but ever since they got a new team, the new Maple Sea, they have reformed. This is Maple Sea now. Right? They actually got all of this now, and it's different. So this is Maple Sea now.
Well done. All
Um,
right, ladies and gentlemen,
and this is what they're gonna be getting.
유저 여러분들을 직접 만나 생각하는데요. 그 큰 사랑에
Is
보답하기 위해
that's the difference now. They're not getting these. They're not getting these like fucking random ass work from home announcements. They're getting a fucking stage. They're going all out with the party, with the decorations. Right? This is different now. Now it's like now they're getting updates. Like they're getting massive updates now. You see, this doesn't happen before. This doesn't happen with Maple Sea, by the way. Like this is like this is this is new for Maple Sea. Why? That's because they changed themes. So that's what I'm saying, right? As long as we could make it to a new team, NXPC is going to the moon. Like it will go to the moon. All of us will make money. It's impossible for you to lose money if we just get a new team. That's what I'm saying, right? You have to like you know go through the bear cycle. Yeah, we're in the bear cycle right now. You gotta survive the team. Like and also like the reason why I say Maple Sea is like huge is because um Maple Sea is getting like massive like region specific events. Uh, this is the first time ever, right? Ever since this is the first time ever. That's because they got MapleStory and team, so there was no region specific events. There's no extra effort into the game because the MapleStory and team just they just they're just they're just chilling. They like to chill, so there's no effort into it. And also the first time in history, Maple Sea is getting new content and new jobs from different regions. Maple Sea never got content classes and stuff from other regions like GMS, Chinese Maple Story, Taiwan Maple Story. Like they never got that. That's because it was a different person in charge. All they got to do was like change the guy in charge, and guess what happens? Like Maple Sea magic is happening in Maple Sea. Right now, Maple Sea is recovering. This hype, everybody's talking about it, and nobody's making fun of Maple Sea anymore. Um, Maple Sea used to be a meme. It's not anymore. Guess who's the meme is? We are. What's the difference between we and the former Maple Story? It's the fucking the team, the managers. Not the developers, the managers, right? So it's pattern, bro. It's pattern. If it looks like a duck, if you crack like a duck, it's a fucking duck, right? So now no, I don't say Maple Sea anymore. This is now Maple Story N. No, no, we're not getting team change. You wish, man. If you don't understand me, then just forget it. We go back to grinding now. Yep. All right, we grind this, boys. All right, yeah, and we're back to grinding. Hopefully they don't ban me for flaming them. All right, if you guys see that I get banned, you know the reason is because I flamed them. But I hope that will be okay. All right, shit. Sweated a little bit going over that interview, getting me heated up. But honestly, like fifth job is way too far away. Like I think the game really needs fifth job. That means this game has no new content for another 4 months, right? We won't get any content for another 4 months. Like you guys gotta understand that that's a lot of time. Um, it's gonna cause more whales to quit. Honestly, and I don't think that's good. That's good for the game. I don't think that's good for the game. More whales gonna quit. I don't know if you guys realize, but remember there was a top Chinese trader, uh, the Chicken Boy. The Chicken Boy already quit. You guys, I'm not sure if you guys remember that, but Chicken Boy quit already. Chicken Boy used to like um stay in the top traders list on like a 30-day scale for always like 10 billion or so. And he's not there anymore, boys. Like Chicken Boy is no longer there. I don't remember his wallet though, but I'm pretty sure like some of you guys remember. All right, did I get any subs from this or did I lose subs? The moment of truth, boys. Hey, I got some subs. Thanks for the support, boys. But yeah, there's no more content after this. I'm just going back. I'm just killing trees now. So I'm gonna update the stream title to trees. Maybe I will be on. Maybe I won't. Yeah. You have a good night, sir. Let me update my video link. I don't know how much. I didn't count. Maybe 170. Why trees instead of pigs? Warrior is too short. They can't jump. I can't reach the platform on the pigs. Their jump is too low. They can't jump high enough for the pigs. So I can only do trees. Which do you like more after patch? I think I like Corsair more. Corsair is a lot more chill in terms of grinding. If you remember my Corsair grinding session, like I literally just like very relaxed grinding, and I'm mostly just chatting with you guys, and it felt like very like relaxed. Marksman, like yes, it's very chill. It's a lot better than Paladin, but I'm still working a little bit as Marksman. Like Paladin over here, I'm like fucking working my ass off. Oh, did you know the gap between Site 2 and Pigs is decreasing. See, right now Pigs is 180%, and then Site 2 is 140%. Like it used to be like a 60% gap or like a 70% gap. You can't jump in upward charge. You have to be on the floor to upward charge. This I don't know. Maybe you could do it, but I cannot do it, so I'm not gonna bother. Maybe you could do it, but you definitely have to be like pixel perfect, like actually like down to the millisecond. Because like I tried it a bunch of times, it's not happening. And listen, dude, like if you're grinding, you're not gonna be like focused trying to like pixel perfect time a fucking jump. Like you're grinding, bro. Like you're gonna have to like keep going up the platform, every 10, 20 seconds. Are you really gonna be like, oh shit, I missed the jump? That's not a very enjoyable grinding session, no? So I just find a better map. Now I don't know if you could do it or not, but I definitely cannot do it. So therefore I'm not gonna bother. All right, we're going back to begging for subs now. Gotta beg. You need both auto move. Well, I hope you didn't pay too much money for it. Yeah, you gotta have to like buy the boxes ahead of time. It's a lot. It's so much harder now for a lot of people to level. Well, 700K is floor price, so you didn't lose anything. It's just a regular pet. That's like a pet with no skills. All right. Yeah. I mean, dude, well, fifth job being so far out, I'm actually very worried about the game. This game is so fucked without fifth job. There's literally no content. Like a whale can get to level 200 in a month. Like what the hell is the whales gonna do? Like you're gonna piss off so many whales. Dude, like 5 months, like 4 months is a lot of time. It's a long time. Like to be fair, this game has only been out for 2 months, boys. Like it's been out 2 months. A lot of whales are either, you know, they're bored. The whales that wants to spend money for fun, they're bored because there's no content. Right? The whales that wants to make a profit, they quit because there's no profit. Right? Then what the hell do you have left? You're just gonna have like moon boys like me. I'm a moon boy. But you gotta watch the gear progression guide. Like like you're too poor for emblems. I'm sorry, but like that's somebody gotta tell you that. Like you can't afford an emblem. I'm sorry, but like if you want to buy an emblem, go for it. But I'm just telling you, you're not at the emblem level. If you buy an emblem, you're like a poor American who buys Gucci bags. Yes, a poor American can afford Gucci bag, but at what cost? I'm pretty sure you could afford an emblem, right? At the end of the day, but a poor American can also afford a Gucci bag, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think they should have, because there's a lot of dead period between September and November. I think they should have like not released Legion. Like if they split out Legion with the heroes, or even split up the heroes even further, I think it will have like be better. Like instead of releasing three heroes next week, they should have just released like two or one. That way that they could spread out the update, because they obviously don't have any content between now and December. I just think that that's very bad for the game. I mean, I hope they like release down like Sickness Nights before December, because if they don't, that's pretty fucking toxic. I'm gonna go with a leap of faith that they will give us another new class, maybe not Sickness Nights, maybe something else in like uh in October. So this is like 30 days. Yeah, like maybe October or September. I'm gonna give that leap of faith. I mean, Nightwalker doesn't form that efficiently at a fourth job. Like Lumi and Fire Poison Mage is way more efficient. You could even make the argument that like Corsair is also very efficient. Yeah, I mean, I hope there's like not even an event. I hope there's a new class after Heroes Fiesta, because if there isn't even a new class until like December, all the whales gonna quit. Like it's gotten so bad that like a lot of Chinese whales quit. So there's actually a shortage in like Lotus parties. There's a massive shortage in Lotus parties. The question is like you're seeing Lotus Damien clears keeps increasing every week, but what I'm seeing personally, I'm seeing like a bunch of Giga Laviatans quit, and when a Laviatan quit, it's usually 3 or 4 clears less, because every single Laviatan solos Lotus and Damien on 3 different characters or more. It's like 3 or more characters. So like, and just like the Laviatans that my friend know, a couple already quit. Like I said, the biggest one is the Chicken Boy trader. He's always number one or at least top three trader, always since the game launched. Like that Butler quit, and that Butler is the one who's like helping the game makes that 5% market fee tax revenue and paying for that enhancement price. That's like a loss for the game. Like like every time you lost a whale, it's like how many dolphins do you need to like make up the difference? I mean, a gold farmer is never gonna make up the difference because they don't like provide value to the game. They just extract. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Time to get my teleports unlocked. That's the favorite event, Niso boost. But I mean, you guys, like Niso boost is gonna become less and less because with more websites, more applications coming out, these developers aren't working for free. All right, boys. Gonna do like a full break, but I'll still be on the chat, so you're not gonna hear me chew and eat my food. Alright, I'm back. Back to the grind. Maybe aim for 191. Are there more honor from mobs? What do you mean more honor? Do you mean honor box? That event already ended. You cannot get more honor box anymore. If you want to farm honor, you're gonna have to kill bosses. there's nothing you could do about spending potions. Otherwise, you could get more armor, so you take less damage. But other than that, you're gonna have to keep spending potions. Oh, this is mate. This is main already, boys. I don't know. Do I take an early break, boys? It's only an hour. Uh, yeah. How about this? No, I'll do another 15-minute grind. So if you guys have any more questions, I will answer them. But yeah, after that, I'm just gonna end the stream because the main is gonna happen anyway. So I'll just end the stream earlier. Brother, you need to watch the gear progression video to see what to buy. They say the maintenance is at least 2 hours. I don't know if they will extend it or delay it, but they're saying it's at least 2 hours. No, I don't have magnet effect. Mine's just regular pet with auto move. You could get an auto move pet for like 1 million, so it's not very expensive. Why are you so strong? Wait, you're so strong. Why you farm here? Because here is money. Strong players don't make more money than you. We make the same amount of money as you. This is the only game in the world where high level players don't make more money than low level players. You're never gonna find a game like this. Low level bosses, low level content gives more rewards. Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. I don't think this game can last for a long time. So I think we should all enjoy this while we last. Should I get pet set? No, depends on your stats. If you have 3K stat, you should definitely get pet. Helps you loot faster, help you kill faster. If you don't even have 3K stat, then you shouldn't get pet. You need 4K stat for trees. A couple $1,000 should get you there. Man, but brother needs making mad money from trading NXPC. He doesn't even need to play the game. Just trade NXPC. You always use black cube. It's always black cube. Yeah, Black Cube. I already did the I already did the analysis. I mean the reaction. If you're interested, you can rewind the stream back to where I did it. Otherwise, you could wait for tomorrow. I will cut out that part of the stream and upload as a video. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna like log out, end the stream in 14 minutes. This is the last 15-minute grind. I'm for sure logging off. I don't know if I'm gonna come back tonight though. We'll see though, depending on when they finish. Depending on when they finish the maintenance, I may or may not be on. So if not, I'll be on tomorrow. Just nothing. I mean, the only important thing you gotta know is, fifth job is at December. I predicted October, so I was wrong. But hey, I was close. Um, and then, but I always said fifth job was October, and like at May, it's like starting ever since in May. So I wasn't too far off. Um, but and then they're releasing offline enhanced system. So if you buy a Barlock shoes at the marketplace, you can just enhance it offline and then sell it back if you don't get your stat. I mean, yeah, I mean, I might buy a couple cheap Barlock shoes just to enhance. You might never know. It might be interesting. But nobody paid. I can't confirm when nobody paid. I'm not gonna like come up with. I'm not gonna come up with like shit out of my ass when nobody even paid. Like that's not how it works. We figure out the schedule and the coordination after somebody paid. Like it doesn't work like that. I haven't even got a single customer. Hey, listen, like it's not a big deal. If I don't get a customer, I don't get a customer. It's like it's not a lot of money anyway. I mean, yeah, like I mean, $6 for flame is it is expensive, but it beats farming. It beats doing the flame daily for 30 days. I mean, it all depends on the person, right? For somebody, skipping the flame daily for 30 days for a $6 flame is worth it. But for others, it's not worth it, right? It just depends on the person. If they think it's worth it, yeah, they pay for it. If they don't think it's worth it, they won't pay for it. No, it's a 30 days skip, not a 15-day. It's 30 days. I mean, I got a couple of people who wanted to buy, but then I had to remind them they're not keeping job, and this is a security deposit, and then they all backed out. I'm like, brother, I'm not here. This is not a charity event, like I'm not gonna like lose money to carry you guys. That's not how that works. At the minimum, I need to guarantee that I don't lose money carrying people, right? So like, yeah, a lot of people haven't wake up yet. They're still like sleeping. They're still dreaming. They think that they could just buy carriers from me and make a profit with like multiple accounts. So yeah, like basically it's like anybody asks, I just tell them, you don't get to keep loot to prevent you from keeping loot. This $50 deposit. I'll return it once you send me the items, and then people just people just dip. But hey, it is what it is. I just offered a service. That's like a that's like a fun factor. It's not gonna make a difference to me whether somebody buy it or not. I mean, because it's only like, I mean, I don't need to fill up the entire slot. It's not a problem. It's like if one person pay, we just carry one person. My Chinese friends, they have old accounts as well, so it's not a big deal whether we have one person or we have three people, right? If I have one person, I just make 3 million. But if I had like four people, then I make 12 million. But I'm not keeping the entire 12 million myself. I'm splitting it across my Chinese whale friends, right? So like it's not a lot of money. Like if we carry one person, right, it's literally like $10 each. Like it's literally 1 mil, and then we have to deal with the risk of people keeping our loot, right? So like yes, we asked for a $50 deposit. That's only 5 million, right? Like if they uh if they get, no, hold on, right? Let me show you, right? If they get Lotus, right? If they get the Lotus loot, this one, right? This is 12 million, right? That's $120. If they get this loot and they don't give it to me, then I'm fucked, right? Then I have to like I have to compensate my friends, right? So I have to pay that out of my pocket. I'll be literally down um $80 myself, right? Just by offering the service, right? So like there is a risk factor. There's no way I could offer this service without at least profiting a little bit, right? The profit helps pay for insurance. I'm telling you, there will be some dickhead if they win the 12 million Nisos, they're not gonna give it to me. Like I'm telling you right now, I'm calling it. There will be that one dickhead that does it, and when that happens, right? He paid $30 and then he paid a $50 deposit. If he gets like double 12 million for both Lotus and Damien, right? That's like $240. If he fucked me, I had to pay that out of my own pocket to my friends. That's $160, right? For $160, I will have to carry like at least six people to break even, right? That's what I'm saying, right? It's not gonna be any cheaper than this. Like this is already I'm already taking a bigger risk than necessary. So like a lot of people actually ask and they want to be cheaper. I'm like, no, there's just no fucking way. What do you mean ready for what will happen to his wallet? Like, I mean, if they scam me, there's nothing like we could do, like you and I can do. Yeah, I mean, like, I actually like personally, I would prefer if the person buying carry, like, if they pay the extra, um, like, I think $70 to just keep loot. Like that makes it easier for everybody else. Like, if they pay, I think the price is $70. Let me double check. Oh, it's $100 for all boss. Yeah, like it's easier if they just do you know $100 if it's the two-man party, right? So I think for Lotus and Damien, it might be a four-man party, including the person getting carried. Then is hold on, how much is that? Sorry, my brain is like fried right now. Uh, yeah, that's like $50, right? It would be $50, right? If you pay $50, you can keep all the items. Whatever you get, whatever is yours. I mean, most people don't fall for it, but I think some people does fall for it. But it'll be pretty funny though. Yeah, for sure. Like, we're not gonna like take payment for like a meal, right? It has to be like at least somebody with something, like at least like a 4K, 5K stat. I'm not sure what you mean by disconnector. Sorry, I don't understand. Well, I mean, what we will, when the time comes, we will think about it, right? We haven't even got a customer yet. Once we have the customer, we figure it out. I told the business idea to the Chinese. The Chinese says, "Hey, that's a good idea." They're gonna see if they can get Chinese customers instead. Uh, and let the Chinese deal with it. I might just let the Chinese deal with it. Because yes, there are a lot of Chinese whales, but there's also a lot of Chinese like low budget players and also Chinese free to play. They might be interested as well. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, I'll be doing Lotus and Damien on this character, level 190. The Chinese wants a little bit DPS, so I'm going in as 190. I mean, I wouldn't recommend people doing Lotus and Damien as low 190. The damage reduction is too high. I'm just making up the difference with like um with NFT collection. My pet has auto move and expanded. They have both. All right, this is the end of the farm. I'll be logging out ahead. I will see you guys either tomorrow or a couple hours later. All right, later, guys. If you haven't subbed yet, it will help me greatly if you give me a sub. Thanks for the support. Bye.